You have to pay the price. And not only do you have to pay the price, you got to pay the price well, meaning the actions you take have to be executed at a high level. Like, this is not that hard to understand. You just don't want to understand it. You want it to be that you can off half the time and still get where you want to go. And that just doesn't work. Okay. So I don't know what it is with you guys. I don't really understand this, but you ain't ever going to get there with that mentality. The mentality should be like this. How the do I get there? Period. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to my reality, guys. Today, we have Q&AF. That's where you submit the questions, and we give you the answers. Now, you could submit your question a few different ways. DJ is going to tell you how.
Guys, the first way is you can email your questions in to askandy@andyfrisella.com. Or you can drop your question down in the Q&AF episodes in the comments.
Or
you can click the link in the description below and submit your questions that way.
Yeah, that's the way you guys should be doing it. Mm-hmm. Get live on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we're going to have CTI. Stands for Cruise the Internet. We're going to talk about what's going on in the world. We're going to put topics on the screen. We're going to speculate on what they really mean. And then we're going to talk about how we, the people, have to do the things that need to be done to solve these problems in the world. Other times, we're going to have real talk. Real talk, just 20 minutes of me giving you some real talk. And then we have 75 hard verses, and we have an awesome episode coming up for you guys this week. If you're unfamiliar with 75 Hard, it is the initial phase of the Live Hard program, which is available for free at episode 208 on the audio feed. If you're unfamiliar with Live Hard, it is the world's most popular mental transformation program ever. And you can get it for free at episode 208. Or you could buy the book, which is called The Book on Mental Toughness. You can get that at andyfrisella.com. That is not free, but it is far more in depth. So, yeah, I think that's it. And then we have, a little fee. The fee is very simple. Share the show. We have this little thing that we say around here. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right.
What's going on, man?
Nothing, dude.
Yeah, I have another movie recommendation for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, speaking that I'm like 2 for 2 right now. On your
what the
No,
hey, me too.
Oh dude.
Yeah. It's a threesome.
Oh man. Yeah. It's a threesome.
I got another movie recommendation for you.
Yeah.
Since I'm 2 for 2 right now with you on movie recommendations.
You are 2 for 2.
Yeah. Kingdom of Heaven.
Yes.
And Brokeback Mountain. You said you really liked that one.
I asked you not to repeat that.
No, but real shit. I watched this movie last night. I didn't sleep well last night. I don't know. It was weird. But I was on YouTube, and there is a free movie on YouTube with ads. It's called Nefarious.
Yeah.
With Patrick Flannery. What's his name?
Sean Patrick Flannery?
Yes.
From
Boondock Saints.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. He's like the main. It's him, dude. I don't even want to get into it.
It's good?
You have to watch it.
All right.
Absolutely have to watch it.
Okay.
That's all I got. No, it's a really good movie. I'm telling you, like, if you guys have seen it, let us know in the comments. It's a really good movie.
Okay.
It's a mind, man.
Have you seen a new F1 movie yet?
I've not.
It's on Amazon.
Is it?
I watched it. Everybody's talking about how good it is.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. All it is Days of Thunder remade.
Is it?
Yeah.
I probably hate it.
It's exactly the same scenes. It's like the same movie.
Oh, they took the same plot line?
Yeah, it's the same plot line. It's like, dude is like a washed up driver. Then he gets a ride in the big show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him and the other driver hate each other. Then they go to dinner and they play poker and they start getting along, and then he gets in a wreck, the young driver, and then like they win. Like it's the same story, dude.
Yeah.
It's the same story.
So what was better, Days of Thunder?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm watching this. I mean, dude, for you young guys, you probably never seen Days of Thunder. But, I mean, straight ripoff, bro. Yeah, real talk.
Well, I mean, hey, cool repeats itself. Or at least attempts to.
Yeah.
Right?
Days of Thunder is way better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man, but you got to watch it. Nefarious.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Okay.
You'll love it. You'll thank me.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do the show. I got it. Nefarious. Shit, man.
Who's in it?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, let's get into some Q&As, man. It's a beautiful Monday, Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everybody out there. And let's make some people better.
Let's do it.
Let's knock these out, man. Guys, Andy, question number 1. Andy, my question is, how do you sustain a healthy balance working out, working 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week? I operate dump trucks, and I want to improve on myself. I'm not overweight, but it is hard to keep at it with a changing schedule. So I guess just balancing, like what's this idea of balance that people are talking about that they always want?
I don't know. You tell me, dude. Who makes up this rule about balance and everybody has to have this same balance? Like, who wrote this thing? Like, oh, we got to have a healthy balance. Who defines a healthy balance?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't a healthy balance be determined by what your desired outcome is and how to get there? Okay, like this, trying to take extraordinary goals and ambitions and plug them into the idea of balance that everybody else lives by does not work. The reason it doesn't work is because they're looking for one outcome and you are looking for a different outcome. And this would be the same thing if I were to say, hey, I'm driving to Boston, you're driving to California, let's take the same route. Like, that doesn't work. So what is this with you that makes you think that you're going to have balance and also win at a big level? Now, you can have balance and you can get by and you can live a good life and you can sit by the pond and whistle tunes or whatever you do. But, bro, that's not going to get you the prize too, okay? You don't get to have your cake and eat it too. That is not how the world works. And it is so overdone and overcooked and ridiculous at this point in time that people have not figured out that you can't have both. You can't build amazing shit and also have balance. It's just not real. And anybody who tells you different hasn't built anything, okay? Now, can you do things to optimize the amount of time that you're going to get? Yes, you can. That's why I developed the Power List. That's what it does. You can get it for free at episode 16. There is also an amazing app on iTunes. Wherever you get your apps, you can get it there. This product, this system allows you to create productivity over the course of time, day in and day out, and still have free time, okay? Being busy is not the same as being effective. The more effective you are, the more free time you have. The more busy you are, the less free time you have. Busy equals broke, effective equals rich. Rich in money, rich in time, rich in opportunity, okay? So we have to define and think about what it is we are actually talking about here. We are talking about being effective. If you are effective, you will have time to do things with your friends, with your families. The problem is y'all think that being busy is how you get there, and that's not the truth, okay? So, and then on top of that, there's going to be times where there's zero balance no matter how effective you are during the day. Like when you're in startup mode or you're in build mode, there's no balance, bro. It's every day, all day, as much as you can do. And it's like that for a long time in the beginning.
It's a grind.
Yeah, 100%, dude. It doesn't, the rules don't change because you want them to change. They don't change because your favorite therapist you follow on the internet says that whatever you're doing is unhealthy. Okay, well then be like them. But you don't want to be like them. You want to have that lifestyle, and then you want to have all the other shit too. And that is not how the fuck it works, bro. And I'm so tired of people asking this stupid ass question. Okay, I've answered it for 10 years. Every guru dude out there tries to tell you that you can become a gazillionaire in an hour a day. They're lying. They're misleading you. All of this shit on the internet is bullshit. Okay? You have to pay the price. And not only do you have to pay the price, you got to pay the price well, meaning the actions you take have to be executed at a high level. Like, this is not that hard to understand. You just don't want to understand it. You want it to be that you can f off half the time and still get where you want to go. And that just doesn't work. Okay, so I don't know what it is with you guys. I don't really understand this. But you ain't ever going to get there with that mentality. The mentality should be like this. How the f do I get there? Period. Okay, because it is very hard to get there. It's not easy. It's not guaranteed. There's nothing about it that's fair. It's very difficult. It takes your entire life, all of your energy. And to think that you can get there with balance too is a ridiculous belief. And it's insulting to anybody who's been down the path. Because quite honestly, you don't have any skills. You don't have any experience. You don't have the tools. You don't have the resources. You don't have the connections. And somehow you think you're going to get there with less effort than even the people who do. Like, it's so ridiculous. And this is the problem with glorifying entrepreneurship. This is the problem with glorifying success and all of these dumbass coaches out there that lie to people about what it actually takes so that they can sell them their little system and they can make money. All the while, the person who's buying the system, it never works for them. And then they think, I'm not cut out for success. I'm not cut out to win. I'm not cut out to be that person I'm wanting to be deep down inside. When in reality, you're just being lied to about the game. Okay? And if you knew the actual rules, you would understand what it took to get there. And you wouldn't stop yourself and say, oh, well, I guess I don't have what it takes. This is like the diet industry. Okay? The diet industry survives because easy, quick, instant, 20 pounds in 1 week. And everybody knows it's bullshit. But what happens? Somebody who doesn't know anything starts to buy this shit. They don't lose any weight. And who do they blame? They don't blame the company for lying to them. They don't blame the marketer. They blame themselves. And they say, shit, well, I guess I'm just different. I guess I'm just going to be fat. And in entrepreneurship, they're saying this. I guess this isn't for me. I guess I can't make money. I guess I can't succeed. When in reality, lots of people have the potential to succeed, but they're being lied to about the price they have to pay. Okay? So get this in your head. The bigger the life that you're trying to build, the less balance you're going to have. Okay? And the more balance you have, the smaller the life you're going to build. That's the reality when it comes to quote unquote success. Now, I'm not trying to talk about, what defines success? It's grounding on the earth is the new rich. No, I'm talking about rich. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about the real success of what we talk about. I'm not talking about this bullshit and feel good nonsense. Yeah. You know how people are, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The new rich is peanut butter and jelly. No, it ain't. The new rich is a big ass bank account, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's always been that way. That's the only rich.
Yeah, sending your kids to schools you want them to go.
Now you could be fulfilled. Yeah. That's a different thing.
Different. Yeah, that's different, bro.
But like, I can't stand this saying inner peace is the new rich. That's rich for you. Whatever, bro. I don't give a But stop trying to convince people that there's nobility in being less than what they could be and less than what they should be, because that idea is what's killing the world. Okay? Every single person that lives out there has this vision of who they were supposed to be that was placed in their heart by God. and we get beat by society and our friends and our family, and we get convinced that that's ridiculous. Would you tell God that's ridiculous? I don't think you would. Okay? Becoming that version of yourself takes courage. Becoming of that version of yourself takes strength and grit and discipline and consistency. And it's hard, but it's worth it. And it's what you're supposed to do, because the reality is other people will win or lose because of what you did with yourself and what you did with your life. And it's very easy to convince yourself that you don't matter. Well, yeah, because they spend trillions of dollars trying to convince you of that. And if you didn't matter and your life was irrelevant, then why would they spend so much time, energy, and money convincing you of that fact? Your results and your life are the biggest thing that you will ever do, because it's going to determine what the next generation sees and does. And if you don't respect that, if that doesn't motivate you to get off your ass and build something, then dude, I'm sorry, you just don't have it. Go sit at McDonald's, bro, and eat Happy Meals.
Be happy.
Yeah, dude, just accept your reality. That's the problem. We have so many of these people that they don't want to accept the reality. The reality is you either pay the price now or you're going to pay it a different way later, right? That's it. So, yeah, if you could do things to optimize balance, bro, but like this idea of balance is ridiculous. How do you balance working 10 hours a day, working out? Bro, lots of people do that. Like, what do you mean? How do you just do it? You get your shit organized, get the power list out, make it a priority. Like,
see, I've, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but Andy, I'll listen to you. Like, your word is gold, bro. But this is something that I've done, and this might help. I don't know, but like, I've gotten away from thinking about life in that way of balance. Like, I look at it more like on a macro scale of
that's how it should be.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, for these 10 years, bro.
That's correct.
I'm gonna it means it's gonna be late nights.
Correct.
There's gonna be some missed parties. There's gonna be I gotta grow
That's
now.
It.
I got
Yes.
10 years, bro. And then in 10 years, then we can talk about, okay, well, now can I work on this?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it should be looked at. But how most people look at it is balance over the course of 24 hours.
Right.
How highly successful people look at it, they look at it as a balance over the next 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pay the price now so that later I can have more balance in my life. I can do things I enjoy. When my kids are 10, 12 years old, I can do the things that they need to do. This is reality, dude. Yeah. And like, if you can't do it or you're not willing to, cool. But like, the game's rules don't change just because you don't like them, you know? And I feel like a lot of the questions we get are just people that want to hear some sort of like confirmation that their little way of seeing things is correct and the rules are going to bend just for them. And they have holes. Yeah, dude, it's not like that. No. The rules are the rules. It's like gravity, dude. Like, you may not like gravity. I don't like gravity. Okay. Well, that doesn't mean it's not going to smash your face if you fall off the edge of a building.
Right.
You know, like, right. I don't know, man. But yeah, there's distinct differences upon how people evaluate balance and how successful they are. I mean, there's a correlation there, right?
Dude, I would rather work my ass off now than be 50 something and have to. Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, you see it every day. Like, how many of these people are completely themselves and don't realize that, like, dude, when you're 50, you're going to be working at Taco Bell. Like, because you're going to have to. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
So anyway, dude, like, yeah. I say this all the time, but you guys should all remember this. All these memes and all these feel-good bullshit, all that does is cloud your mind. All it does is soften your edge. all it does is remove your focus. And I would argue that the more content you consume from people who are trying to make you feel good and find peace and find happiness and this in like this very soft way, the less successful you're going to be, bro, because it dulls your edge. It makes you think things should be a certain way for you when you've picked a completely different path. And then you end up in this situation where you're extremely frustrated because you're like, well, I should feel peaceful, but this is so hard. No, you're trying to mix the rules of two different games, bro. You understand?
Oh, yeah, man.
Like, dude, this confuses the out of people. And
it ain't it.
Dude, it ain't it. It just ain't. You got every face on the internet telling people how to win, and they ain't ever won.
No.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's real, bro.
Yeah, like it gets frustrating, dude.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like the rules doesn't mean they aren't the rules.
That's real, man. Guys, Andy, let's get another question in, bro. Guys, Andy, question number 2. Andy, I could really use your perspective on something. So I've been with a company for 7 years and worked my way up from store manager to area manager and now into upper management. Along the way, I've taken on everything from hiring, onboarding, and training to employee development, and I've become the person people turn to when something needs to get done. The company has grown from 4 stores to 17 during my time here. And I've always stepped up without hesitation when the business needed me. Here's where I'm struggling. I just found out that 2 of my male peers who started about the same time as me and were promoted earlier are making more than I am. And their bonus percentage is 15% higher. Now, keep in mind, I am paid very well. I feel very greedy even feeling this way. I've never believed gender played a role in my career, but seeing this has really shaken me. I've always given 110%. And never let money stop me from doing what's right for the company. But now that I know I'm being compensated less while doing just as much, if not more, I really mean I'm doing a shit ton more, I find it harder to keep going the extra mile. What would you do in my situation?
Well, are you sure it has to do with gender, or are they better negotiators than you? Do they voice their frustrations better than you? You said, oh, I don't want to be greedy. Well, you've obviously felt that for a while that you probably needed to make more money. Why have you not said anything? Why have you not gone in and say, hey, Joe and Steve make more than me and I'm kicking their asses? If you're so badass, why the fuck are you not doing that? Okay, I would say it probably has little to do with gender. And I would say it probably has a lot to do with lack of communication. Because if you had come to me, and these are assuming everything you said was true.
Facts.
Okay, assuming all was true.
Yeah.
And you are highly influential and very much a part of my company going from 4 stores to 17 stores, I'm taking care of you.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure you got what you need. And not only am I going to make sure you got what you need, I'm going to make sure you got more than what you need, because I don't want you worried about shit. I want you worried about what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's the way people treat valuable employees. And, you know, it's completely different than non-valuable employees. Non-valuable employees take up space, air, and resources. Valuable employees are investments. You make sure that they don't go anywhere. Okay. And if the company's not doing that, it means 2 things. Either 1, you're not vocal enough about what it is that you're doing, and you're not tooting your own horn to the people who matter, meaning not your peers. You don't go around to your peers and say, I'm the best. That's cancerous shit. That's not leadership. I don't think you do that, because you wouldn't have been able to grow the way that you said you've grown by doing that. And the other one is that you need to take that into your superiors and say, hey, because nobody's going to toot your horn unless you toot it. And I would have my stats, I would have my data, I would have my KPIs, and I would have my case made for why I should be making more money. And I would be prepared to leave if they didn't give it to me. That's the truth.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of companies that hire someone like that. Come work for me if you really did all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for people that build shit. Okay. That's assuming what you said was facts.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
because also I'm going to say A lot of times people believe they're more valuable than they actually are. And they will take credit for things in companies, not realizing that those same things would have happened with or without them. So, I don't know if you're that kind of a person or not, but I'm going to take you at your word and say you were highly responsible for this. It's either A, you're not tooting your own horn, or B, you're probably in the wrong company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, I mean, one thing I was thinking too, like, could it also be too that like Steve and, Joe Dirt or whoever, like, they are bringing other things to the table that you're not aware of that, is bringing value somehow?
Everybody likes to go to this gender, race shit. I want to win. People who run companies want to win. The competition is hard. It's very hard. It's the hardest thing ever. Do you really think that somebody is going to risk not succeeding when they have their whole life and their whole financial future and their whole thing on whether or not the motherfucker's a male or a female or black or white or this or that? Those people don't last in business because they're stupid. Okay? I want the best players. It's like the NFL, dude. I don't give a bro, if we got a tailback and it happens to be a woman and she can run faster than everybody else and run the fuck over everybody, I'm putting her in the game, bro.
Put her in, coach.
Yeah, like, dude, no one gives a That's the shit people that have excuses say. That's the shit that people say when they, look at things and they're like, oh, this isn't fair. It's not fair. That's why you have to be so good and so undeniable that when the conversation comes up, it's like, I'm taking Pat Mahomes, bro. It's
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, man. Like it is what it is.
I'm not fucking lose.
Like that's undeniable. Yeah. And people don't realize when we talk about undeniable, we're not talking about a little bit better. We're talking about so much better that every that walks in that building, whether they work there or don't work there, understand who the mother is right when they walk in. That is undeniable. Undeniable is 1,000 steps above everybody else. It is not slightly above. Yeah. Okay?
Not close.
No.
Not close.
So, look, I don't think it's because of gender. Your boss wants to win. They're growing the company. They went from 4 to 17 stores. They want to win. Okay? So if you're that much of a key of the equation, he's going to recognize or she's going to recognize that they need to pay you. And if they don't, and you really are that person, they're stupid. Okay. And, but I think it probably has to do with you not making a case for yourself the way they maybe have done.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ask you that too, because and
dude, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Now, most people who run companies will not pay someone unless they ask. Okay. And most employees are uncomfortable asking, which creates this dynamic of frustration.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the employee doesn't communicate.
It's unreasonable expectations.
The employee doesn't communicate. Yeah. The boss feels like everything's cool. And then all of a sudden the employee bounces. They underpaid me. They me. They bullshit. You didn't say a goddamn word. You just sat there and took it. If you got a problem with what you're getting paid, you should make a undeniable case for why you should get paid more, and you should take it to your leadership. That's the truth. But it has to be real. It has to be stats. It has to be data. It cannot be, I think I'm doing better than everybody else.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work hard. I show up on time. Yeah, you're supposed to, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, go tell them what you want. Hit them with the facts. Period.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I was thinking this too, man, because like, again, like I'm with you on pretty much every day, bro. Like, and I see what you have to go through. Like,
dude, there's a major lesson in the development of an employee.
Yeah.
To teach them that they have to do what I just said.
To their own horn.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, they've got to make a case. Data, reality, statistics, points on the board, a real case. Why do you think that is important for an employee's development? because eventually you're going to have to negotiate deals. And eventually you're going to have to handle finances if you continue to move up the chain. And so an intelligent leader will not give someone a raise until they make a case for it, because it's part of their development.
That's a whole other play there.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking, I think too, along your lines though, of just like the disconnection though. It's like there's a false assumption that, like, you know, your owner or your operator, whoever, is supposed to know and be aware of all these interests. Like in every little space, you just grew from 4 to 17 stores. How many more employees is that? And so he's supposed to, all right, hey, yeah, come in here. I know, you know, you ain't said nothing in a while.
Bro, I had an employee recently come up to me and tell me that they weren't being treated fairly and all this shit, right? And I'm like, well, how much do you get paid? I don't even know.
Yeah, right.
You know? I don't know. I have no idea.
Exactly. That's my point. It's like being tapped in.
And I'm like,
it's not fair.
Well, have you brought that to anybody? Well, no.
No.
Have you said anything to anybody? No.
Right.
Have you? Well, what the man?
Right. And that's where they go and build their own stories, and they start believing them.
And then it's you them.
Yeah, right.
When in reality, like, dude, no offense to this woman here, but she's already started to build that story. She's already started to build the story that the reason she's not paid equally is because she's a woman, which data nationally does not actually back that up at all.
True.
Okay, so you're making a story in your head that may not be true, and if it is true, it means you work for a shitty company, because a real company that wants to win doesn't give a who, what color, race, gender. I don't give a bro. I'm on here every day talking about, I don't care.
Winners win.
Winners win, bro. And the best player plays. And the people who own companies want to grow and make money. And they're going to put, like, this whole idea is so absurd to me. Oh, you're discriminating against me because I'm black. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I want to win. Can you do the job?
Yeah, you show up late to work, bro. Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh, well,
sorry, that's for tomorrow. Sorry.
Listen, that's not exclusive to any race. That's a character thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you know, and then people will show up on time for 6 months. I'm like, I showed up on time for 6 months. It's like, yeah, that's how you don't get fired.
That's the baseline.
That's not extra.
Yeah, that's baseline. That's real, man. That's real. I love it, man. We got one more question, bro. Final question. Guys, Andy, question number 3. Andy, I have always been able to go after anything I wanted and getting it by working hard and relying on myself. I've never felt like I needed anyone else for anything. However, as a business owner to a service plumbing company, I've come to realize that I do need others for my success. I need customers to want to do business with my company. I need them to trust me that I will fix their issues efficiently and for a fair price. I need them to refer me to others. I need them to entrust my abilities and allow me to show them that I am an honest business owner and that I will conduct myself in a professional manner. I need suppliers to trust me and give me accounts that will allow my business to be competitive within the industry. So my question is, how do I internally accept the fact that I need others to help me so that I can become successful? I struggle with needing anyone and being vulnerable, and even more so conducting myself in the manner of needing others. I do not want to come off as a struggling business, but
Jesus Christ, bro, this is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Okay, I'm just going to stop you right here. What the are you talking about? Are you going to go play in the NFL and run the football down the field by yourself? You get killed. Business is a team sport. Part of being successful is working with other people. In fact, it's the main part. You can't do everything on yourself. That's a small-minded mentality, and it's also an insecure mentality. No one thinks you're vulnerable because you are a struggling business because you do what everybody else in the world does and work with people.
Right.
Like, that's insane, bro. Do you understand how ridiculous that sounds? It's insane. You're going to be the only person ever to build an awesome plumbing company by yourself. No customers.
Yeah.
Like, what the are you talking about, dude? Okay, let me give you the answer to your question. It's real simple. Change your perspective, change your framework from this. I don't need any people. I'm a big, tough guy. I can handle myself. I can do all this shit to this. I love working with people. I love talking to customers. I love the people I go to work with. I love my vendors. I love my suppliers. Dude, every time you see them, be excited. Hey, DJ, what's up, man? How's business for you? Your day will be so much more fulfilling and so much more fun, and you will make so much more money by just changing your perspective from, I'm a big tough guy, I gotta do everything on my own, and otherwise I'm a bitch, to, man, this is so cool. I get to do all this great shit with all these awesome people every day. Dude, I could be working by myself, being miserable, not having anybody to talk to. I get to wake up today and I get to go to work and I get to see this person and that person and I get to talk to them about this, that, this. Like, bro, that's a privilege. Not everybody has that, man. And like, I'm going to tell you this. The times I've struggled in business the most are the times I've lied to myself about what I have to do. I look at it like, I got to go in, I got to handle this problem, or I got to this and this and this. And now as I've gotten older, I've started to see it like this. You know what? This guy's such an idiot for doing this, but like, he's a young guy. He doesn't know. So now I get to help him and I get to save him from doing this shit later on. I changed my framework.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
So you got to change your frame, dude. And you got to realize that like and I'm going to tell you guys this too. I'm going to be really honest. I've made a ton of money. Everybody knows that. It's no secret. I'm very wealthy. I've been very successful in almost everything I've done since the time I was 19 years old. The best part of that entire journey is the people you get to do it with. It's the people you get, it's the vendors, it's the customers, it's the people you talk to, the relationships you build, the friends you make. It's the best. It's the best part of it. So just embrace it, dude, and stop thinking like overanalyzing yourself. Like, you're not going to be the first person that does this on your own. Nobody's going to think you're vulnerable or weak because you're doing things that everybody else in the history of Earth has had to do, bro. You get what I'm saying? This is an ego problem. You need to humble yourself. Okay. You think you're so good and so strong and so tough and so independent. You probably were raised by an old school man who said this shit, blue collar man who said, oh, a real man doesn't da, 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 da. Okay, cool. You're trying to do something different, bro. And the truth of the matter is those people are miserable. Nobody likes them. They don't have friends. They walk around grumpy all the time. They walk around being kind of dicks.
Yeah.
It's like you meet, we all know the type. Hey man, what's up? How you doing? Well, living the dream. It's like, all right, well, f off then.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
So like, dude, you got to change your frame, man. And the cool thing is once you start treating people like that, not only are you have more fun and you're happier and more fulfilled, but you're way more successful because those people want to help you. You know what I'm saying? Bro, winning is a team sport. Okay. Even when it's not a team sport, it's a team sport. Tennis, team sport or no? Yes. Coaches, travel, organization, trainers, recovery, team sport, race car driving, individual or team sport.
Massive team sport.
That's right. You've seen it firsthand.
Firsthand, bro.
Okay.
30 people to one team.
But people don't think like that.
Yeah.
Okay. There is not anything out here that you can win at a high level on your own. It's impossible. Nothing. I can't think of anything. You're an accomplished author? Okay. Well, who edited the book? Who marketed the book? Who did this?
Who published it? Yeah.
It's team.
Yeah.
It's always team, bro. You can't win without it. All right. So, bro, humble yourself. Like, for real. Realize that you're not weak. You're not a bitch. You don't struggle. You're doing business, and business requires relationships, and relationships, when seen through the right lens, are very fulfilling and fun. And when you're having fun, you make more money. It's just the truth. Okay? So stop that stupid ass shit. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro. I
love it, man.
Yeah. I mean, shit, man.
Yeah.
I want you guys to win, dude. Like, this is why I do this stuff. I don't show my shit and cars and life. And I want you to see what at the other end, if you want it, and that doesn't come from doing things on your own or trying to have balance like everybody else. Like, dude, Tom Brady's life and Joe the plumber's life look two different ways. And whatever outcome you're desiring requires a certain path. And when you try to fill your head with information from everybody who's on a different path, that's only going to fuck you up mentally. Okay? And you have to realize that, dude, as an entrepreneur, as someone who's ambitious, as someone who has big goals, you know, the data says, 10% of people are entrepreneurs. No, they're not. It's like serious entrepreneur is like 2%. Okay? Everybody likes to say they're an entrepreneur. I own a drop shipping thing. Like, dude, no. No. Listen. People are not going to understand, dude. They're not going to understand. And by the way, they don't want to understand. Stop explaining yourself. Stop worrying about what they think. They do not give a f about your reasons for doing it. They want to talk you out of doing it so they can feel better about not doing it themselves. So you have to stop listening to everything and everyone and reading all this stupid shit on the internet about healthy balance and this and that and this, because it's going to get you into a place you don't want to be. And then you're going to look around and be like, why the f did I never get where I wanted to go? Wouldn't you rather just get where you want to go? I don't know, man. I got nothing else, dude. It's just like,
I love it.
It's like, like, I just don't understand this. I just don't understand this mentality, dude. I don't understand this mentality of, I want to be a pro football player, but I want to work like I'm, selling snow cones. Like, what are you talking about, man?
And by myself.
Yes. Like, what are you talking about? You're talking about two different things.
Yeah. I love
Stop trying to take the actions of everybody else and think you're going to have an exceptional result. Everybody else talks about all this shit, and if you talk and think like them, you're going to be like them. It's not that hard to understand. If you want to win, you better listen to built real shit, not some asshole who's just selling you some nonsense on the internet.
Yeah, that's real, bro. I love it, dude.
Yeah, I love it too. But like, sometimes I want to grab you by the hair and look you in the eyes and be like, what the f are you thinking?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that hard, bro. It's really not. It's really not. You just have to understand you are on a different path than everybody else. You are on a different path. You can't listen to your mom. You can't listen to your aunt. You can't listen to your cousin. You can't listen to your friends. You're on a different path, bro. And it takes different actions, and it takes different thoughts, and it takes a different kind of life. And that life ain't for everybody. And if it ain't for you, that's okay too. But you're not going to get the excellent, exceptional result with, like there's a saying, bro, you're not going to get $1 million result with minimum wage work ethic. It's not going to happen.
No, that's real, bro.
All right.
Well, that's a hell of a way to start a week, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop being ridiculous, guys. Like, I feel like I just yelled at everybody for 40 minutes.
They love it though. They like it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We got a bunch of weirdos. All right, listen, I just want you guys to win, bro. And I want you guys to know the reality of it. And I want you to understand that most of these people out here aren't telling you because their idea of winning is how to sell you some sort of solution that isn't even real, man. Anyway, all right. CTI tomorrow. Go out and kick ass.